Well, hey man, I'm very excited to talk to you. We'll be getting into your new single, Evil Eyes, later. But before that, here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passions. I want to know where your passion for music came from. Was there an album you heard, certain live performance you saw, or something that was natural for you as a child?
I think music's been instilled to me since I was very little. My mom, would drive me to school. My school was like 20, 30 minutes away, where she worked. And she would always be playing CDs in the car. So, and I mean, even just the radio station, the big one here was like Q101 back in the day. And she'd be like, "Oh, what's this song?" And I would know instantly. So, music since I was very young has been instilled into me. And, just downloading music on like freaking LimeWire and like back when there was like AOL music videos and stuff and like MTV. I knew that that was something I wanted to do. And then my uncle had given me a bass guitar when I was really young. And I was like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing the rest of my life. So I think probably since I was like 4 years old, this is what I wanted to do.
Awesome. Well, let's go back to 2019. You released Nobody's Happy, and the album's doing great. And then all of a sudden, COVID happens, and then you have issue with your label. I guess I'll let you explain the rest.
Yeah, so 2019 was definitely like special year. It was really cool. I was working on all this stuff, and seeing it come to life was awesome. And seeing how many people I can, touch and help with it. So that was awesome. And then doing all these shows and doing all this press and like really getting the story of like helping people through mental health and just relating to similar situations and things like that. It was awesome. And then toured Europe, did some headlines out there, did some support tours, and then came to America, did a US headline, and then COVID shut down. And through all this process, I had all this music I was working on, and it just wasn't coming out. No matter what I did, what I made, they weren't budging to release anything. And it was like a year's time, and like all this hype and buzz that was built is like dwindling down because people are tired of waiting. And I was like getting tired because like you got like 50, 60 bangers, like you can't release one. So it was a bit frustrating, and it was a back and forth battle just trying to get music out. But yeah, we're here. We've been releasing stuff. Really excited on the indie route we've been going. Been getting a lot of love, and songs are streaming, and I'm excited to keep going.
Absolutely. Well, you got Evil Eyes, which drops on June 6th. You mentioned AOL dial-up earlier, and basically the artwork for the single basically incorporates that. And the song's amazing. It's very hauntingly beautiful, these evil eyes on me. I guess talk about putting that song together.
Yeah, for sure. So Evil Eyes, 6/6, June 6th, first single of the new era. This is me in my truest form. When I had started dying in designer, it was a lot of like DIY, like trap beats and guitars and melodies. And this is like the full package, kind of like saying what I want to say, kind of in your face with the production. And, like I'm super excited about this next era, this next chapter of what dying in designer is, because this is where I've been trying to get to all along. And finally being able to get here, it's really exciting. But Evil Eyes being the first single, growing up, in my household, at school, you name it, I was always an outsider. I was always like the outcast.
Yeah.
And from that, like, life wasn't easy. And I don't think life is easy for anybody who likes rock music and wears band tees and listens to metal. Like, people think there's something wrong with us.
Absolutely. I know that feeling too well.
So kind of just like growing up like in your household and like not being accepted at all, by, someone who's supposed to be a father figure, my stepdad. He just kind of belittled me and like put me down for the things that I liked and who I was. And then I would still get that at school. And I remember when it kind of shifted, I always listen to music, always wear band tees, but like 6th grade, it like really like the bullying and the mean shit started then, and then I went right into high school. So it's like I started a band, and then people thought I was like the weird fucking person for making music with screaming, because I played in a hardcore band when I was 16, and people are like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, you know, so
Love it.
even the dean was like, you know, so I would have my hair long and he'd be like, you gotta cut your hair. It wasn't super long, but like, it's just like, dude. So anywhere I went, I feel like I've always had evil eyes on me, in the sense of like people just like hating and not wanting you to do well. And then like, that's even on the side of the industry. There's so many people of like, it's like our artist and our aesthetic and we're better than you. And like, you know what I mean? Like from artists to labels, it's like, dude, just to be able to make art is a blessing, and be able to like express yourself. And rock as a culture, how it's expanded from the LimeWire to MySpace era, like how it's grown so many different levels of rock music. Because when we grew up, it was just like, when you like think about your parents or your grandparents, like it was like AC/DC and Metallica, like that's rock music, you know?
Yeah.
Or like alternative rock. And like now there's so many sides of rock music, it's beautiful. So it's like, you know, just because you may not like indie rock doesn't mean like it's bad. Like it's fucking cool that rock is just being pushed so many different angles.
I love it. It's a great time to live, especially this digital age, because like you can access music anywhere you go. Before, you had to like find out the band or find out their album, but it's amazing. I love it. You know, some people still like the more CD era, but that's just me.
Yeah, the digital age, it's definitely got its perks, but I think that something about downloading shit and illegally pirating it, and like you felt like it was yours. You're like fucking up your whole family's computer, and you're like, oh, this is mine. Like I discovered this. Now it's like you're on Spotify and you're not like dissecting full albums like you used to. Like I would listen to stuff front to back. So like what I did is I got a record player, and I bought all my favorite albums as like a childhood, and I listened to them front to back, because you know Spotify, it's like shuffle or you skip.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to skip. I want to hear the whole body and like hear why the artist got to that place when they were making that, like dissected in that sense.
I love it. Well, cool. Everyone check out Evil Eyes. The latest track is dropping June 6th. I'm going to have a link for that you can pre-save the song, and also links to all your social media. Rob, thanks for taking your time to talk to me. Let's talk down the road of future music, all right?
That a pleasure. Excited for you guys all to hear, and thanks for hopping on, Steven. Appreciate it. And yeah, excited for the new era.
Awesome, man. Take care.